adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, starring the entire Nelson family, Ozzie, Harriet, David, and Ricky. Here is Ozzie, who plays the part of Ozzie Nelson. And, of course, his lovely wife, Harriet, as Harriet Nelson. The older of the Nelson boys, David, appears as David Nelson. And his younger brother, the irrepressible Ricky, played by Ricky Nelson. The Nelson's next-door neighbor, Thorny, is played by Don DeFore.
You're home early.
Yeah. Where have you been, shopping?
Sort of.
Well, come on over here and sit down for a minute, will you? There's a little something I want to talk to you about.
Is anything serious?
That depends on how you look at it.
Oh, well, what's on your mind?
I suppose you know what day Friday is.
Sure I do. It's our wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
I thought that was what you had on your mind. At least I was hoping you'd remember.
Well, don't I always remember? That is, ever since you had the date tattooed on my chest.
You keep saying that and people...
As long as you're so good at guessing what's on my mind, maybe you can tell me what I'm going to give you.
Yes, I can. A beautiful new fall coat.
No, that's not it.
Yes, it is. I just ordered it from the Emporium.
It's a fine thing. Have I thought of any other little surprises you'd like to tell me about?
Let me see. No, I think I'll leave the rest of it up to you.
Fine, thank you.
I'll let you decide where we're going to have dinner and what show we're going to see and where we'll go dancing afterward.
Harriet, why is it I always have to make all the plans for this family?
You know, that's what I like about you, dear. You let me make up your mind and then you stick to it.
Well, I like anniversaries. They bring back such wonderful memories. You know, it seems like only yesterday that we were sitting at your home on the big sofa, just as we're sitting here now. Only the sofa was a little more comfortable. More like the couch over there. Let's sit over on the couch for a while, dear.
Well, all right, but I have to get dinner pretty soon.
Harriet, don't you have any romance in your soul? It's practically our anniversary. What are you laughing at?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking, I always knew when you were going to kiss me, you'd look all around and see if my father was anywhere around.
Well, naturally.
You know, come to think of it, you don't kiss me as much as you used to.
Well, of course I do.
No, you don't. Not as much as you did before we were married.
Oh.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing, just a little thing I read in the paper, a little joke.
Oh, what was it?
Oh, well, it was nothing, really.
Come on, tell me.
See if you think this is funny. This fellow had this thing in the paper that a guy said, kissing your wife after you're married is like striking out the pitcher.
I'm not sure I think that's funny. The pitcher's usually the worst hitter on the team, isn't he?
Well, no, not necessarily.
Well, sure he is. That's why he always bats ninth. You say kissing your wife is like striking out the pitcher?
No, I didn't say this. This fellow in the paper said it.
You laughed at it.
Well, yeah, that's where I made my mistake. See, I made a mistake. Evidently, now that I think it over, it wasn't intended as a joke.
What was it?
See, there's a great deal of rivalry among pitchers. So, naturally, who would a pitcher rather strike out than anybody on the other side? The opposing pitcher. And who would a man rather kiss than anybody else's wife? I mean, I'd much rather kiss you, dear. I'm glad I married you.
I'm glad I married you.
Going someplace, Pa?
No, why do you ask, Rick?
I thought you were kissing Mom goodbye.
Oh. No, it was just sort of an impulsive thing.
I don't blame you. Mom always smelled so good.
Well, thank you, dear.
There's this girl at school that I especially like to dance with. She always smells like a vanilla soda.
Oh, now there's an interesting observation.
I like your perfume best of all, though, Mom. Reminds me of a marshmallow.
Now, you know, that's one of the first things that attracted me to your mother. That marshmallow overtone.
Well, thank you. Thank both of you. What was on your mind, Rick?
It's about a social engagement.
Well, what kind of a social engagement?
Well, I've been going to an awful lot of parties recently.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. And there's another one coming up that I'd kind of like to ask you about.
Well, you can go to as many parties as you like as long as you keep up in your schoolwork.
Gee, thanks, Pop.
Where's this one being given?
Here.
Well, I don't see why that can't be arranged.
Sounds like a good idea to me. When are you planning on having it?
Friday night.
Oh, well, Friday is our wedding anniversary, Rick. Couldn't you make it some other time?
Well, gee, I've already invited all the kids for Friday night.
Well, yeah, that's fine, but your mother and I are planning to go out that night and celebrate.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to worry about the party. David said he'd help me.
It's not that, Rick. It's just that if you're going to give a party here, I think your father and I should be home.
Well, do you really think that's necessary, Harriet? I mean, after all, David will be here, and he wouldn't let things get out of hand.
Heck no, David can take care of things. Have you felt his muscles lately, Mom?
Okay, but make sure they're nice kids and they all behave themselves.
Oh, gee, thanks, Mom. Thanks, Pop.
Hi, Ozzie.
Oh, hi, Thorny.
Hey, where are you heading in such a big hurry?
Oh, I'm just going downtown to get this suit pressed for Friday night.
Oh, yes. I understand it's going to be quite a big night in the Nelson household.
Yeah. How'd you hear about it?
Well, Ricky told me.
Oh. It's our 19th. Can you imagine that?
19th what?
Well, our 19th wedding anniversary. So we're going down and go to a show and dancing. What did you think it was?
I thought you were talking about Ricky's party.
No.
See, our little niece is here for a few days, and Ricky invited her to his party Friday night.
Oh, gee, that's nice.
Say, what night did you say your anniversary was?
Friday night.
Oh, you mean you're going to make Ricky cancel his party?
Well, no. Why should he cancel it?
Well, if you and Harriet are going out, who's going to chaperone the kids?
Oh, well, David's going to be there to make sure nobody breaks any windows or throws any furniture into the fireplace.
Well, gee, Oz, I don't know.
Well, you don't know what?
Well, I don't know whether we should let our niece go to this party or not.
Oh, are you kidding, Thorny?
Well, of course not. Gee, Oz, after all, I got a certain sense of responsibility. Why do you and Harriet have to go out that night?
Because it's our anniversary.
Yes, you said that, Oz, but do you have to go out that night?
Well, no, we don't have to, but we've made plans to go out. We've been going out every anniversary since we've been married.
Well, if you've been doing the same thing every year for 18 years, it seems to me it's about time you got out of the rut.
Well, you're the one who's in a rut. Look, if your little niece is so delicate, why don't you keep her home Friday night? Let her sit in your living room with a big glass cage around her.
Oz, let me make one last appeal. Think this over. Do your duty as a parent and chaperone the party.
I'll take it under advisement.
Be honest with yourself, Oz, and be honest with those kids. Remember, honesty is the best policy.
Outstanding. Oh, hi there, Wally.
Well, don't be so exclusive. Come on over here and join me.
It's nice to see you.
Thank you.
What brings you to this neck of the woods?
Well, I'll tell you, Oz, I'm on a sort of a diet, and this is the only place in town that serves non-fattening whipped cream with its sundaes.
Well, good for you. How's the family?
Fine, fine. Oh, say, my Susie's looking forward to Ricky's party Friday night.
Oh, Ricky hasn't told us who he's invited. I'm glad to know Susie's going to be there.
Yeah, oh, looking forward to it.
Good.
Are you expecting a big crowd, Oz?
Well, I really don't know. You know how kids are nowadays. Ricky hasn't told us much about it.
You mean you and Harriet don't know who's coming?
Well, no, not exactly. Of course, we know they're all nice kids. Well, I imagine the little Dunkel girl will be there, and probably Doc Williams' daughters. And then Thorny's little niece is visiting them, and then she'll be at the party. Not as if old stuffed shirt Thornberry lets her come.
Stuffed shirt? Why, I never thought of Thorny as a stuffed shirt.
Well, no, neither did I. But the funniest thing happened a little while ago. He and I were talking about the party. And one word led to another, and the first thing you know, he practically told me he wasn't going to let the little girl come to the party when I told him that Harriet and I weren't going to be there to chaperone.
You mean you and Harriet aren't going to be there?
Well, no. They're all nice kids. I'm sure they'll behave themselves.
Yeah, I know, but you said you didn't know who was coming.
Well, no, not Now, wait a minute. Don't tell me you're going to pull a Thornberry on me.
Well, Oz, I don't like to sound like an old fuddy-duddy, but you must admit that it's a little odd. I mean, turning a bunch of 14-year-olds loose in a house without any parental supervision.
Well, now, wait a minute. You mean to say you're not going to let your daughter come to the party just because Harriet and I aren't there to act as policemen?
Now, Oz, I don't want to put it that way. I just... Look, let me talk it over with my wife and see what she thinks. And it'll probably be, you know... well, I'll see you later, Oz. Huh?
Okay.
Oh, Oz.
Oh, hi, Dunk. How are you?
Could I have a word with you, old man?
Well, sure. What's on your mind?
Well, I don't want to sound presumptuous, but I understand Ricky's giving a party.
Oh, yes. Did little Mary get her invitation yet?
Yes, she did, Oz. Frankly, my wife and I are a bit disturbed about a rumor we heard this afternoon.
Oh. When did Thorny tell you about it?
Oh, about a half hour ago. Oh, now, Oz, don't blame Thorny. Well, you must admit it is a bit irregular.
You mean you don't want your daughter to come to the party?
Oh, of course we wanted to come. That is, provided you and Harriet decide to stay home, of course.
Oh. Did Thorny also tell you it was our anniversary?
Well, yes, I believe he did mention something to that effect, Oz.
I see.
You do understand, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's up to you, Dunk. Harriet?
Yes, dear?
You know, I've been thinking over this situation about Ricky's party, and I wonder if we're doing the right thing.
You mean by going out and leaving the kids by themselves?
Yeah. I mean, how would we feel if we had a daughter 13 or 14 years of age, and she were invited to a party where the parents weren't even going to be anywhere in the vicinity?
Well, Clara Randolph certainly feels that way about it.
Oh, did she phone?
Mm-hmm. Right after Mrs. Jackson phoned.
Oh.
No, it was before Mrs. Jackson phoned, but it was right after Betty Van Schuyler phoned.
Well, what did they all have to say?
Oh, all sorts of things. Clara wanted to make sure that her daughter didn't sit by any open windows because she catches cold so easily. And Betty Van Schuyler wanted to make sure they weren't going to play any kissing games. It seems that her daughter just got new braces on her teeth. When Tubby Jackson's mother didn't want him to eat any ice cream, it seems they're trying to take some weight off of him.
Well, believe it or not, Dunkel, Wally Dipple, Doc Williams, even Thorny all put in big pictures about our staying home.
Is this about you staying home?
Oh, hi, son. Your mother and I have just been talking over your party. Would you mind if we sort of hung around the house that night and chaperoned?
Oh, gee, that'd be swell.
Are you sure?
Oh, sure. I was hoping you would, but I didn't know how to ask you.
Oh, well, then it's all settled.
Oh, that'd be great. We'd like to tell David.
Well, tonight's a big night, eh, son?
Yes, sir.
You gonna have your dancing in here or in the dining room?
I thought I'd have it in here. I could roll back the rug a little.
Do you want me to help you move some of this furniture?
That's okay, Pa. I can do it a little later on.
Well, I'm not busy right now. I'd be very happy to give you a hand. We could have it out of here in a jiffy.
Oh, really, Pa? That's okay. I gotta get some more records.
I've got the cheese spread ready for the party. Here, taste it.
Well, gee, Mom, you shouldn't have gone to all that trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble, dear. I was glad to do it. Here, taste it. Now, what do you think it needs?
Maybe you could add a little strawberry jam.
Strawberry jam?
Well, gee, Mom, what do I know about these things? I'll fix something else a little later on.
Well, this has the makings of quite a party, hasn't it?
Yeah. You know, Ricky doesn't seem very anxious to have our help.
No, he doesn't, does he? He's acting very strange for a boy who was so eager to have us stay home.
Have you seen Ricky?
He just went out the front door.
Oh, David, listen, tell me honestly. Do you think Ricky'd rather have your father and me stay in the dining room during the party tonight?
Well, gee, Mom, there's liable to be an awful lot of kids in there.
Oh.
Well, what about the kitchen?
Well, you know Ricky's friends, Pop. That'll probably be the most popular place in the whole house.
Oh.
I do have a suggestion, though, Pop.
What's that?
Well, I know at a lot of the parties I go to, the parents stay up in their room.
Well, happy anniversary, dear. Shall I light the fire in the fireplace?
Oh, that'd be nice. We don't have any wood up here. There's some piled out in back of the garage, though.
Oh, well, never mind. You have that thin dress on. You might catch cold.
Sure you like this cheese spread?
Oh, yeah. I'll dig into that later on. You wait to see me. You know, this is a very pleasant way to spend an anniversary, just the two of us alone like this.
I think it's very enjoyable.
Oh, yeah. We've had big evenings out before, but this is a lot of fun. We had a wonderful anniversary last year, remember?
I remember we had a lot of fun. Where'd we go?
I don't think I remember. I remember it was a lot of fun. Where did we go?
You know, I think we're doing this in just the right way. We're here in case the kids need us, but we're not in the way.
Besides, they'll probably invite us down there later on.
Perhaps.
Do you think we ought to be down there now, welcoming the guests as they come in?
I talked to Ricky about it, and he said he thought it'd look corny.
Starting to dance.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they don't knock over any lamps or anything.
Oh, I don't think they will.
Here like this, we might as well be out having a good time. Not that we aren't having a good time, but... Well, drink up, dear. One more. Wonder what those kids are doing down there.
Probably dancing.
No, I don't hear any music. Don't hear a thing.
Do you think there's anything wrong?
Well, why don't we just take a look? The lights are all out down here.
Ricky?
David?
Turn on the lights, dear.
Find the switch. You with all this talk about the chaperones and everything.
We had to think of something to keep you two at home.
Well, come on, folks, let's leave the newlyweds alone. After all, these kids have only been married 19 years. I can hardly believe it, Oz. You don't look a day over 50. Come on, let's dance, everybody. Everybody dance. Come on.
Delicious refreshments.
Oh, boy, how about that?
So wonderful.
I'm weak in the knees. Let's sit down.
I just can't get over it.
Oh, how about this? Isn't it wonderful to have friends like this? Happy anniversary, dear.
Same to you.
Gee, just think, 19 years married.
You make it sound as though it's been a long time.
No, actually, it seemed more like 19 minutes.
Were you surprised?
Oh, we sure were.
Are you kidding? You should have seen your mother's face. Mine, too. Whose idea was this, Dave?
Well, it seemed everybody thought of it at the same time.
Oh, gee.
Do you want to go to the movies, or would you rather stay here with us old folks?
Oh, gee, Mom, this is a lot of fun. I kind of like to stay here.
Oh, you betcha.
You're perfectly welcome. Maybe Rick might get bored, though. Do you think Rick would rather go to a show?
Are you kidding, Pop? Take a look in the other room and see who's dancing with Mrs. Van Schuyler.
Just fine. Thanks a lot.
Hi, kid.
Oh, boy. What a wonderful gang. They sure had us fooled, didn't they?
Sure was a swell party, huh, Mom?
Oh, and how about this guy making believe he was giving a party? The invitations all sent out.
Well, that was the truth, Mom.
What's this?
Sure, my party's next Friday. Hey, that reminds me.
Wait a minute, where are you going?
Mrs. Van Schuyler's in the den. She wants to teach me some more dance steps.